Good morning. Coming up this morning on DC News Now, a man is dead following a midday shooting in Alexandria.
This morning, police need your help finding an SUV they believe was involved in that shooting, plus the airport expansion in Northern Virginia that could mean more options for flyers traveling in the region. Jackie, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Out there, we are starting off mainly dry. We did just see a few sprinkles back out towards western Maryland. Those have since faded away. We are going to be tracking more activity later on today in the form of some showers and storms. More details and the timing coming up.
And stretching your dollar this morning with a few tips on how to get the most out of your unused gift cards.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, coming up at 6 o'clock on this very warm and muggy start to this Tuesday morning. You might even run into fog into your workday. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. Shanika's here with more on your commute. We'll hear from her in just a minute, but we do want to get right now to meteorologist Jackie Layer, who has more on some storms we could start seeing, but that's not till later this afternoon, evening time.
Yes, exactly. So I'm thinking the onset will be right around 3 p.m. is when we could start to see those popping up, especially back out towards our western zones. And then closer towards the district, I-95 corridor, right around 5 p.m. So we'll be watching for those later on today out there right now in Hagerstown. Seeing the cloud cover this morning, but some of those, at least the skies are brightening up as we're a little bit after sunrise this morning. And later on today, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds and then that chance for some showers and thunderstorms. We have this trough situated right over our area, and that will likely be the component for the reason why we see some showers and storms later on today. Visibility reduced. We're talking about some fog out there. 5 miles of visibility in Frederick, 7 in Leesburg and Manassas, less than a mile over towards the Culpeper area, especially into southernmost parts of Culpeper County. We are seeing very low visibility, so please take it slow on your travels around that area. Temperatures right now 60s and 70s for much of the area. Looks like Luray, one of the cooler spots, 59 degrees right now. Dew points are quite muggy and humid out there. You'll notice that. But more details and timing of those showers and storms. Shanika's here with the all-important look at those roadways. How's it looking right now?
Well, you're in a 6 o'clock hour right now on this early Tuesday morning. Things are looking very smooth. Now we're looking at 270 north and southbound right past Democracy Boulevard. Nothing in your way so far, and the rest of 270 is looking good. Coming out of Frederick, heading south, you might be on and off your brakes through Hyattstown and Clarksburg. 70 heading east and west. Washington County, Frederick County, you're all A-OK. Here's Montgomery County on the top side. Things are looking very good, but as time goes on, you will start to see delays build on the outer loop stretch. Throughout Prince George's County, things are all well, and over to Northern Virginia, same thing. You're looking good in the district as well.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Your time right now is 6:02.
A quick look at your Know and Go headlines this morning. First up, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin is now pushing Springfield as a possible location for a new FBI headquarters. The General Services Administration says it is putting more weight behind the potential cost and social equity of a new location.
And in Frederick County, Maryland, the school board wants to bring back a program to install cameras on school buses. Board members hope the cameras will help catch violators who do not stop for students getting on or off school buses. If approved, violators could be fined $250.
And Metro is continuing to see passengers evading fares, hopping the gates, or following directly behind a paying passenger. They're now taking more steps to stop them. Metro says they're implementing taller and stronger fare gates throughout the system. And Alexandria police continued their investigation this morning after a man was shot and killed.
It happened yesterday afternoon outside a home on West Glebe Road. DC News Now's Lex Warris is live at Alexandria City Police headquarters this morning. And Lex, where does this investigation stand?
Right, well, there are no suspects named at this time, but police are looking for a suspect vehicle. They released a photo of that vehicle. We can go ahead and take a look. Now, the car is a silver Nissan Rogue. They say that it was involved in the shooting. It had an Enterprise car sales placard in place of the rear license plate. 29-year-old Eric Holmes Jr. died at the hospital shortly after the shooting. At this time, police do not know what led up to the shooting, but neighbors in the area say that they heard it happen, multiple gunshots, and a woman yelling. Here's what they told our Haley Mylon.
It's always pretty shocking. I just want to make sure that I get in my house ASAP so that I'm not caught in it, but just sad.
Well, police do not think that there is a danger to the public, even though the suspect is still on the loose. They do have an evidence portal set up, and they're asking anyone who has any video or audio or anything related to the shooting to please upload it to that evidence portal. You can find the link to that on any of the Alexandria City Police Department's social media accounts. Live in Alexandria, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, your time right now is 6:04. Fairfax County Police are ramping up enforcement along Burke Center Parkway. Last week, a teen was killed and 3 others were hospitalized after a driver hit them there. Fairfax County Police said there have been more than 100 crashes on Burke Center Parkway since 2020. Officials say more than 2,100 citations have been issued on that road since July of 2020. And D.C. officials are working to stop car thieves from targeting certain Hyundai models. The city and the automaker are setting up an anti-theft mobile. Now, the clinic will provide latest anti-theft technology to drivers who own or lease certain Hyundai models. The technology will be installed by Hyundai technicians. It's free for people who live in D.C. You can take advantage starting this Thursday, July 27th, until July 31st at RFK Stadium. It will happen from 8 o'clock in the morning until 7 that night.
This is just a piece of the puzzle on how we can reverse some of these trends that we've seen over the past few years. Last week, I signed the Prioritizing Public Safety Emergency Amendment, and Chief Smith has spent a lot of time meeting and talking to community members and her team at MPD.
Wheel locks are also available for all car owners at D.C. police stations.
Your time right now is coming up on 6:06 this morning. Governor Youngkin and lawmakers in Richmond continue to make their case for why the FBI headquarters should move to the Commonwealth. This comes as the General Services Administration announced changes in criteria for choosing a new location. The GSA says it is now putting more importance behind the cost and social equity of the new potential site. Virginia lawmakers say Springfield is the perfect location given the changes in guidelines. Youngkin and other Virginia lawmakers argue that, quote, choosing Springfield as a new home for the FBI headquarters will help close the gap and provide economic opportunity to historically disadvantaged and underserved communities. All right, well, drivers in Maryland are required to stop no closer than 20 feet from a stopped school bus, but not everyone follows that law.
And now the Frederick County School Board wants the county sheriff's office to consider bringing back a program that would add cameras to school buses to catch violators. If caught on camera, drivers could be fined $250 for passing a stopped school bus when students are getting on or off the bus. Frederick County first introduced this program back in 2012. It ended 5 years later, and all of the cameras have since been removed.
And back then, the technology wasn't quite as good. Technology has really escalated in the last few years. I think that would mean a lot to the safety for our children.
You never know when somebody might try to pass a school bus. Children might go across the school bus.
The board is considering joining several other Maryland counties in implementing the technology.
Meantime, Frederick County Public Schools have less than a month until school starts. The county health department is offering a free vaccination clinic. It is for children who do not have health insurance or are not covered by their provider. The free vaccinations are for children ages 18 and younger. You do have to make an appointment. You can do so by calling the number on your screen. It runs August 1st through September 11th. And of course, don't forget, DC News Now is also getting ready for back to school season with a school supply drive. It is happening now through August 11th. You can drop off any new and unopened school supplies at any Andrews Federal Credit Union. You can scan the QR code on your screen for a list of locations. All right, well, happening now, Metro is taking even more steps to stop fare evasion from continuing to happen.
And Metro says it started rolling out new higher and stronger fare gates throughout its system. And one of the first stations seeing those installations is Fort Totten. That's where we found our Tosin Vakili this morning. And Tosin, you spoke with people who say they see a lot of fare evaders at that Metro station.
Yeah, Corey, that's correct. One woman I spoke to told me that the prototype gates that Metro had installed basically were not effective. She said she had seen several people jumping over the gates right here, and that's why Metro said they wanted to take steps to address that quickly. That's why they installed these new gates that you're seeing right here, this new gates, which are 55 inches taller, to make it harder for people to jump over the fare gates. Now, this is what they look like. There's a picture from Metro. Their 55-inch tall gates, they say, are stronger and more resilient. The new design includes an L-shaped door panel that goes higher than the fare gate to reduce gaps between the openings. To give you a clearer picture of just how tall the new doors are, Metro says it's half the height of a standard basketball hoop. Now, Metro also says the swing doors are made of material that's 200 times stronger than glass, lighter weight, and more durable. The transit body says the new design is an improvement to the original prototype doors following months of testing and modification. Now, this station, Fort Totten, is one of the first to get the new doors. Then it'll be Pentagon City. The other stations in the first phase of the rollout are Bethesda, Vienna, Mount Vernon Square, Addison Road, Congress Heights, Wheaton, Federal Center Southwest, and Courthouse stations. Now, one Metro rider who says she's seen people frequently jump the gates here says something should be done to help people who may not be able to afford the fares.
They've got to find a way to make sure that the people who really truly need the assistance with the fare get it, but the people who can and should pay do.
Now, Metro says last month it launched a new income qualified reduced fare that gives 50% fare discount to customers who qualify for SNAP benefits here in the DMV. A spokesperson for Metro tells me they've been installing these new doors since last Thursday, and they expect the last set of doors here to be installed and calibrated by tonight. But I do want to tell you something, Corey, and tonight we've been here since 5 o'clock, and we've seen at least 5 people evade fares here. We saw one person literally jump over this new gate, saw somebody else push through these doors, and that's something that's very concerning for people here. Coming up in the next half hour, we'll tell you more about this new gates and talk to riders who just came through this morning to get their reaction on how they feel about this new gates and what else they think that can be done to prevent people from not paying. But for now, we're live in Fort Totten. I'm Tosa Vakile for DC News Now. Back to you.
Yeah, Tosa, we saw someone right behind you during your live shot trying to get through the gate, and it looked like they were trying to buy a ticket, but I guess we'll find out later. All right, your time now is 6:11. UPS is expected to resume talks with the labor union today. It comes less than a week before the contract for unionized workers is set to expire. Now, talks between the company and the union representing 340,000 workers have stalled. And as part of the negotiations, workers are asking for higher wages, an end to the 2-tier pay system, and air conditioning in the trucks. The union says it is prepared to strike if a deal is not reached by midnight next Monday. This could lead to major delays and supply chain issues across the country. And taking a look at that potential strike impacts on the U.S. economy, experts predict a 10-day UPS strike would cause $4 billion in losses for consumers and small businesses.
We spoke with business owners in Maryland who say the potential strike could have extensive effects on their companies.
We're in a situation where we need the equipment the next day. This is going to be very impactful. I know we use a couple different carriers, but UPS is here quite a bit.
I do real estate settlements, and so I have to send them to different locations for post-closing. And I have an attorney that I work with in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and we use only UPS.
And we will keep you updated as those negotiations continue right here on DC News Now, on air, and of course online as well.